Yeah, personally, I don't use any integrated into my editor AI, and I don't have it generate any code. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. I've experimented with it, and I might experiment with it a little more in the future. But right now, I'm convinced that writing the code by hand is going to be, for me at least, the most consistent output. That being said, I will lean towards, or I will try an LLM here or there for specific questions, especially the ones where I don't know what it is that I don't know. So if there's something that I don't know, but I know what it's called, maybe it's some specific tool or package I've heard of. If it's something where I know what it is or can kind of describe it, I'm just going to search it. If it's something where I don't even know what I'm trying to search, like I'm trying to find out how would you even go about doing XYZ? What are some different uh, ideas behind this? That's when I might go to an AI. I'll use like the built-in Kagi assistant, which you can select a few different models on, and it will have the new ones as they arrive. And so I don't have any, I don't have to go and juggle accounts with these different companies and deal with tokens or anything like that. It's just included as part of my Kagi subscription. I'm sure there's some kind of limit or some kind of bandwidth limit or rate limit on there, but I barely use these, so I've never even come close to running into it. Um, so one of the things that's been more and more on my mind, and this is related to AI, but also outside of it, is just more of a focus on cutting your losses and avoiding that sunk cost fallacy. I think I've seen a lot of people where they get something that they're trying to make happen, and they maybe write a lot of code and then it doesn't work. Whether it doesn't compile at all, or it compiles but it keeps crashing, or it just doesn't do what they want, because they just try to do this big bang all at once. Now they've invested that, they've got this mindset that they probably just need to tweak one thing and then it'll work. And sometimes the best thing to do is to just cut your losses and start from scratch. And because obviously something you have in there isn't working, and the question is, which is going to be faster? Is it going to be starting over from
Hmm.
your last stable point, which is, and you guys know I'm a big Git guy. I'm all about structured commits and everything like that. So I always have an easy place that I can drop back to, right? And so for me, I've just been trying to be more mindful of, oh, if I'm trying to do something that's not quite working right, just cutting my losses. And this is where I kind of solidified what I call the three strike rule for any LLM usage.
Hmm.
Because so what the rule is you can go use an LLM, and if you want to use it to generate your code or just give you some answers on something, you get three shots. And so if you try a thing and it doesn't give you the result you want, or it's kind of wrong, or it's answering the wrong question, whatever, you say, okay, that's not what I meant, or here's the other info I left out, here's this. If it's still wrong, you get that third prompt. And then if that's not what you need, you close the tab, you walk away, and
Hmm.
you go back to your primary sources, or go back to old fashioned searching and maybe finding a forum thread, or a GitHub issue conversation there. But the, with how much there's so many people out there where I see where so much of what their workflow is based on is to try to um, trick good results from coming out. Whereas if you need to do all of that, maybe the fundamental thing you're trying to do is wrong. And so cut your losses. And that doesn't mean cut your losses, close the tab, and then start a new conversation with the AI. It means that in this case, like, use it, but accept that this technology still ain't there yet. And if you're gonna need more than three prompts, that's not saying like only three prompts to get to where you're going. But if you have to keep telling it, no, that's not what I meant, just cut your losses.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like going to after the fourth Google search. Like if the first page didn't show what you need, the second and the third is just desperation.